Hey everyone, Ducati Biker here. This is the Insta360 motorcycle mount. Where to place it and also quick edit on the phone. I'm just going to go briefly over everything as quickly as I possibly can, so bear with me. I'll have to put the camera down a few times. But alright, here we go. So this is the Insta360 camera. As you can see, in order to get that, what I like to call the drone shot, you need a 360 degree camera, whether it be from Insta360 or from GoPro. And another thing is this is the Insta360 stick. So this is my recommendations for mounting. Before I had it mounted here, straight up and down. And in this video, I'm just going to give you my basic setup where I like to have it as clean as possible. I don't like to have it to where you have like the round image where they call like the tiny planet and it's like a bubble. I like to have it to where the camera looks like it's a drone following me and everything is flat and crystal clear. That's what this video is about. This is my setup. That's how I'm going to show you. So if you have it directed, how I had it directed straight up and down, you're going to have the camera looking down at you and you're going to have that bubble effect. So what I found out, thank God to this really awesome motorcycle mount I have for my bike from Help & Co. Normally my saddlebags go here, but I don't need them right now. Sorry if there's a little bit of wind. I'll talk closer to the camera. So I was able to mount it right here and right here and also right here. So I had 3 mounting positions. This one's going to be really cool. I'm looking for a smaller bolt to go back. So this is what the mount looks like. So bear with me one second. I'm just going to put this down right there. So I'm going to unscrew this. Let me put this down safely. Okay, so that's just a camera bolt mount, and that is what always gets fixed into the bottom. What always gets fixed into the bottom of that right there. And so as you can see, I have it mounted on a little GoPro thing because before I had a GoPro attachment right here, but then with how fast you're going on a motorcycle, it pivots and it wobbles and it's just very unstable. So I directly mounted it in here, and then I just took that off and I directly put it right here. So this goes just like that, really nice and smooth. Or I can't get it right there because the rack's right there and I'm trying to find a way to mount it right there. Either way, that's how I'm getting the majority of my really good shots. And the reason why you want to do it at an angle, give me a second, I'm just going to put this back down so you guys could see where I'm mounting it. Boom, just like that. The reason why you want to have it at this sloped angle is, again, to avoid that bubble effect as much as possible. I just want it to look like there's a drone following me from the back like that. So mount it at an angle, not vertically straight, but at an angle right there. So, and also when you're riding, especially for a motorcycle rider, some people are like, oh, you need to have the camera facing this way. No, not really. It's 360 degrees. It captures it any which way around. And think about it this way. If you have it this way and a bug hits your lens, you're screwed. So mount it this way, straight up and down. Another thing is you have to have the camera completely parallel, straight up and down with the stick. If you have it leaning, tilted this way or another way, you're going to see the stick, and then you don't have the invisible selfie stick is what they call it. Also, I tighten. Oh crap! Oh, let me see. Let me just pivot this way. There you go. Since I have everything loose right now, because I'm only using one hand, I tighten this with a screwdriver. This is the GoPro mount, however. I make sure that's totally fixed. That way the wind doesn't push this back and forth, because as soon as that camera moves out of a straight line, you're done. It's over. So those are the mounting tips for what I like to call the drone shot. It's the cleanest motorcycle drone shot you could possibly have, other than it just being like a bubble and all the other stuff, which I'm really not into. So as you can see, that's the setup right there. Now, let's get into editing, because the editing is the most important part. I'm just going to show you real quick on how I do it on my phone. And I'm going to put this camera I'm using right now on this mount, because I'm going to use 2 hands right here to show you how it works. Oh yeah, also, this also comes if you want to just do the normal or just normal GoPro. I'm just going to say GoPro because that's what we're all used to. you could pop this lens out and use this. So that's, you can mount that anywhere you want. And there's also this really cool lens cap that goes right here, and I made the biggest mistake just on my way up here. I had what they have, or what they call I had like a nice microfiber towel covering the lens that they supply you with, and then I put the lens cap, and that just came right off. I totally lost it on the way up here. Hopefully I'll find the way back, but now I have to get a new one. So always mount it not straight up and down, but at an angle, whether it's from the right or left, however you want it. That's the best way to have it right there for what I like to call the drone shot. Okay, let's get into editing because I don't want to make this video too long. So let me just put this down right here, and I'm just going to take this camera off. Bear with me here. I'm going to place this right here, and let's see, can I spin this? Bear with me 2 seconds, guys, because I'm going to have to use 2 hands for this editing. Alright. Now, getting into, wait, let me do my password real quick. Oh, I'm already pretty much there. Alright, boom, I use an iPhone, because I like iPhones. So, Insta360 app. So you're going to get in. What I recommend you do, immediately you could connect your camera to your phone, obviously, because that's how you get all the footage. What I recommend you do is you connect your camera to the phone, and then you download all the images before editing. Because even when you have, even when the phone and the camera are connected, you can start editing, but it will burn the battery of your camera and your phone. So either way, let's get into it. I'm just going to give you, again, the simplest, cleanest drone shot is what I like to call it, and how to edit that, because it's really, it took me like freaking 5 days to find it. Okay, so here you go. I'm gonna try to see if I can get this. Okay, so get this in the camera. So immediately, as you saw, when you start the video, it starts automatically right there. So tap is the pause, just back and forth. So it'll start it at a funny angle, just like that. I hope this is good lighting for you guys. If not, I'll have to make another one. So either way, you can swivel your your thumb around back and forth. Now let me just show you what it's like when you just play it. So I set it with, oh yeah, forget about the volume, because that just doesn't work. So you see how it's pivoting already? Let me see, come on, focus, camera. Camera, focus. Okay, there you go. So this is me just with my thumb, I moved it, but as I'm riding, you'll see it gets out of the shot. And this is extremely difficult for a motorcycle rider because we're always taking corners and stuff like that, so it makes it extremely difficult. And you see it just goes out. And then I'll move it back with my finger, and then I'll move back that way, and then I'll move it back with my finger this way, and it makes it extremely difficult to just completely keep it within the edit. You see, it goes that way, and I'll be like, no, wait, come back, and then I'll move it with my finger this way, up and down. However, very not easy. So, just stop right there. First thing you have to do, what I do, let me see if my brightness is all the way up. Yeah, my brightness is all the way up, so I hope you guys are going to see this. Oh, you have to trim. I'm just going to show you the trimming part. And the trimming is not like the GoPro. I thought when you trim the parts you don't want. Here, you trim the parts from the beginning to the end, from the beginning part to the end. And again, it doesn't matter in what position it's in. So, trim. You tap it, and then it says slide. And everything that's selected in yellow is what you're going to keep. So again, I don't want the beginning of this, so I'm just going to go no, delete that. I want to start it, and then again, you might have to adjust with your thumb where you want to start. So I'm putting on my gloves, I don't want to see that, blah, 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 blah. Right there. Okay, I started to take off. So tap the scissors, trim, 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 trim. I'm not going to do the whole video, and then you'll see it just gets out of focus or whatever. I'm just going to do it to a few corners, and then tap it right there. As soon as you're done doing that, click right here, the checkpoint. So boom, I click the checkpoint. Now my video, it was like a 6-minute video or whatever. Now it's just a minute long, because this is just an example. So, how to keep everything flowing and just to make it look like how I said the drone shot. We're gonna go back to the beginning. A lot of people, or some people would say self-track, and self-track, come on, stay in focus, camera. You hold on yourself, and then it'll say, right here, it's gonna do self-tracking. It's gonna say stop tracking. I don't recommend this because when you're in cornering, it's not gonna follow the road, it's gonna follow you. So yeah, self-tracking works for a little bit, and you see how that's really cool when it works. And if you're going in a straight line, that's fine. But I don't recommend the self-tracking, and I'll show you why in just a second. Because if you want to pretend or see like you were following the road, hold on. Come on, camera, stay in focus. Sorry, my camera's just not focusing on to my, Either way, I don't use self-tracking, because on really tight corners, it'll follow you, but it won't look ahead. So you see right now when I'm leaned over, well, these are just like normal straight corners. Hold on, stop tracking. You could tap that, and then you could delete that if you don't want it. Boom, there's just a little garbage can right there. So let me just go into some tight corners. Yeah, here you go. That was a good example. So let's say I self-track starting right here. Self-tracking, and it takes forever. It'll be like really slow. It's like stop self-tracking, blah 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 blah. And then let's see, stop self-tracking. So let's see what that looks like. So boom, self-tracking. Either way, it works a little bit, but not on the tight corner. Just take my word for it. This is what you want to do, so I don't make this video too long. Let's see, delete that. From the beginning, just do this, and this is the basic, simple setup. From the beginning, all the way from the beginning, put yourself in the center, have yourself totally in the center, and this is like where you're gonna play the video game part all over again. This little plus, this is the key secrets right here, guys. Obviously, change your aspect ratio. If you're doing like a long video on Instagram, have it 9:16. If you're doing a 60-second video, have it 1:1. Just check all that stuff. But this, I'm just gonna do the basic follow shot. So just click this plus right from the beginning after you trim, and then immediately you're gonna have this little camera option right here, right there. Click that, and what that's gonna do is all over again you're controlling the 360-degree camera, but not with the camera connected. So up and down, side to side, as you can see that, or however. And when you move this toggle back and forth, it'll zoom in and out. So what you wanna do is you wanna re-follow yourself and play like a video game. So I'm gonna show you an example. So boom, I'm starting. And as I move the camera, it's gonna completely follow me. So I'm gonna move with the road this way. And I'm gonna move, you see? And if you want to zoom out, you could zoom out a little bit. And if you want to zoom in, you could zoom in a little bit. Either way, this is the best way to get the smoothest footage, because all you have to do is play a video game with yourself and track. And sometimes you have to stand up and be like, you know, make sure you're in your living room, whatever, and you move the phone to track yourself instead of the self-tracking, because you could control exactly how, watch, I'm gonna take this corner, and it's gonna follow me around like that. And you're gonna have to move the phone, and it works up and down as well. Oh, it just stopped there. So you see when you see how it's self-tracking at this angle, and then when you come back, it's straight. So what this does, it's your own personal self-tracking, but you get to control it to have the smoothest footage possible. And that's the trick right there. I hope you guys saw that, and then you could just up here, when you're done doing your whole edit, you just click confirm. So let's watch that. Or let's just watch a bit of it. So, God, I hope you guys could see this in terms of lighting here. That's how you get the cleanest, what I like to call drone shot. You just have to re-follow yourself and control the camera. You see, as soon as it stopped, that was the red where it stopped. As soon as it stopped, it goes out and does its own thing, and then you have to control it again. That's what I'm talking about. You want to always be able to self-track yourself. And in order to do that again, so let's say, okay, so watch. I was self-tracking myself, and then boom, it got out of shape right there. So what you could do, you tap this. Wait, these are what I like to call checkpoints. Those little white spots allow you to do this. So boom, right there when you go back on this checkpoint, click this camera right here. Don't mess with this. This is if you want it like a tilt or an angle or some weird stuff like that. Again, I'm just trying to show you guys the cleanest way of doing it. You could go tiny, planet, ultra wide, linear, however you guys, that's up to you. Click this right here. Control the tilt, the angle, the lean, the whole gyroscopic effect. Sometimes you have to even turn the whole camera around if you're doing a sharp corner. So look, I'm in a corner right now. I'm going to click it, and then I'm gonna follow myself. You're playing a video game. Oh, why is it stopping? Oh yeah, because if you put extra checkpoints right there, it'll stop on the next one. So I'll click valid again. So don't put multiple ones, otherwise it'll stop. You want to do it from the beginning without multiple checkpoints. So once more, let's do this again. You hold that, and then you follow yourself. And you could zoom in, or you could zoom out, or out or in, either way. Either way, follow yourself at the exact height, and you could look up this way at the sky, you could look down this way at the road, but just be at a nice zoom in, and then you're just gonna follow yourself completely around. And that was the end of the video. So then you click check, and that's how I do my shots right now. With app it gets a lot more complicated. There's so many different things you could do, but that's what I like to call the drone shot, where it looks like it's following you really smooth. As you can see, there's no big bubble edge in shot like that, and that's pretty much like to go for the app. And then right here, you could click top, and you could click export fixed frame. Export fixed frame right here, that means what you just edited. The export 360 is the whole 360, and it's just gonna be not your edit version. So always do the fixed frame. And again, music, filters, adjust, marks, there's all these different features I'm not gonna go into. I just want to show you the easiest, what I like to call drone shot of it following you around like that. Okay, and now I'm off my phone. Let me grab this again. Bear with me 1 second. So there you have it, guys. And it's a 360 camera with the wide 4K angle lens with the phone on the bike. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll try to probably make a cleaner review of this. Cool. Everyone ride safe. Have a good time.